In 2015, a group of researchers from the University of Oxford published a study that gained widespread attention for its findings on the relationship between climate change and human behavior. The study, which analyzed data from over 2 million people across 80 countries, found that people who live in hotter climates are more likely to be aggressive, violent, and prone to crime than those who live in cooler climates. The researchers also found that extreme weather events, such as hurricanes and floods, can have a similar effect on human behavior. The story begins with a group of scientists who were studying the behavior of neurons in the brain. They were particularly interested in how neurons communicated with one another and how this communication contributed to various cognitive functions such as memory and learning. To study this process, the scientists used a technique called electrophysiology, which involves measuring the electrical activity of neurons. They inserted tiny electrodes into the brains of mice and recorded the electrical signals produced by individual neurons. As they analyzed the data, the scientists noticed something strange. They observed that when one neuron fired, a nearby neuron would sometimes fire in response, even if it wasn't directly connected to the first neuron. This phenomenon, known as indirect synaptic coupling, was unexpected and had never been observed before. The scientists were fascinated by this discovery and spent months trying to understand how it worked. They ran a series of experiments, manipulating the activity of individual neurons and observing the effects on nearby neurons. They eventually discovered that the coupling was mediated by a type of glial cell in the brain called an astrocyte. Astrocytes are star-shaped cells that play a supportive role in the brain, providing nutrients and removing waste products. But the scientists discovered that they also played a crucial role in mediating communication between neurons. They found that when a neuron fired, it released a chemical signal that was picked up by nearby astrocytes. The astrocytes, in turn, released their own chemical signal, which caused nearby neurons to fire. The scientists were excited by this discovery, as it shed new light on how the brain worked. They published their findings in a top scientific journal, and the story made headlines around the world. It was hailed as a major breakthrough in neuroscience, with potential implications for treating a range of neurological disorders. In the years that followed, researchers built on this discovery, exploring the role of astrocytes in the brain and developing new techniques for studying their function. Today, astrocytes are recognized as key players in the brain's complex network of communication, and scientists continue to study them in the hopes of unlocking new insights into brain function and disease. While the study has its limitations and has been subject to some criticism, it has sparked important discussions about the potential impact of climate change on our mental health and behavior. Some researchers have suggested that the link between temperature and aggression may be related to the way our bodies respond to heat. When we get too hot, our bodies become stressed and our heart rate increases, which can lead to feelings of irritability and anger. Others have pointed to the impact of extreme weather events, which can cause trauma, displacement, and economic instability, all of which can contribute to social unrest and violence. Regardless of the specific mechanisms at play, the study serves as a reminder that climate change is not just an environmental issue, but a human one as well. As the planet continues to warm and extreme weather events become more common, it is crucial that we take steps to mitigate the impact on our mental health and well-being. This could involve a range of interventions, from investing in mental health services to improving urban design and green spaces to help keep us cool. It could also involve changing our social and economic systems to reduce inequality and promote greater social cohesion. While the challenge ahead is daunting, the study offers an important reminder that by working together and taking a holistic approach to climate change, we can create a healthier, more resilient future for ourselves and for the planet. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.